Oh my gosh, there's a lot going on in the drip animal farm. We're going to sort through it all in this video. My name's Jonathan. The channel's called The Drip Farm. So yeah, I got to document what's going on whether I want to or not. Sometimes I feel like I'm documenting a bad soap opera. But here we are, sentiment all-time bad in the drip animal farm community. I thought I was supposed to be Captain Futter. I've had nothing to do with this one, so y'all can just, you know what. But I will say this. So recently, Forex got into an exchange with a big whale named Olo. Now, I've never spoken with Forex, although I invite him on the channel. I'd love to have a conversation with him. Never heard from the man. Now, Olo, on the other hand, talked with him multiple times. In fact, he reached out to me and said, continue doing what you're doing. And he did that actually when I was coming down on Forex, saying, look, I don't like the communications. I don't like the mismanagement. You guys know I've been very vocal about that. Some of you said, don't fudge your own bag. Some of you said, hey, I appreciate the fact that you're calling leaders and you're making sure there's accountability. I love it all. Whether you like or hate me, that's okay. We're all entitled to our opinions and we're all big boys, right? But I will say this. Olo called me, months and months ago, and he encouraged me. And here's a guy with, I don't know if he discloses how much he has in there, but I'm sure he'd be happy to say millions of dollars in drip. And he's been nothing but a kind soul. Now, I don't know the man personally. I don't know the man personally when it comes to Forex. The other player involved in this is a guy named Ray. Ray is a YouTuber. Bartertown is his community name. Now, Ray is one of those guys that hypes up so many projects without much other than saying everything's bullish and everything's great. And that's fine. I guess if you're into that type of marketing where everything's just great and this is the next thing and I'm bullish, that's fine. He's allowed to do that. And we've had our beefs, but I've attempted to reach out to him multiple times to have a conversation. Zero response. And that's his prerogative. He doesn't have to have a conversation with me. That's fine. But tonight he did bring me up in a conversation between him and Olo. And I want to say to both these men, I respect the fact that you're talking. The Drip Animal Farm appreciates anytime there's healthy communication. In fact, that's all I've ever vied for, is that we'd have healthy communication from all the leadership. And when you avoid certain voices that have gravitas in your community, it doesn't speak well. That's how I've always said, Forex, it would be great for you to do an AMA with me, have a conversation, because you've done AMAs with a bunch of fanboys and a bunch of YouTubers that have far less of an influence than your boy, the Drip Farm right here. So all that to say, am I upset that he hasn't? No. In fact, it's because of my own bag and Drip and Animal Farm that I want Forex. I would love a conversation with Ray to be on video because it would be so bullish for the platform. If these guys are great marketers, surely they would understand that. It would be the most watched AMA. You guys both, you know it. But anyways, all that to say, so there's a squabble that goes on. Olo, who I don't know, but he's been nothing but kind to me, he went ahead and acquired the refinery, HNW, okay? It's a competing DApp, an ROI DApp, all right? Now, I don't know if he just got overly frustrated with communications by Forex, with Forex's lack of delivery when it comes to negotiating partnerships, when it comes to his mismanagement of community sentiment, when it comes to his lack of communication, when it comes to the fact that we've had our money locked up in Animal Farm for month after month after month. Everybody that's frustrated is allowed to be frustrated with those things. You've got him on one side, and then you got Ray saying, patience, everybody. Everybody that's been in drip has been making out okay. If you got in at the top, that's your problem. Everybody in my community is making bank. That's fine. It's like two people, one person yelling, we're losing, and the other one yelling, we've lost. You see the difference there? Losing means the story isn't over yet. And that's the side that Bartertown and Ray is on, is, hey, yeah, we're in a bear market and drip's doing what the whole, what Bitcoin's doing. It's down 80, 90%. It's fine. It's fine. And then you got the other side saying, no, it's over. It's over. It's over. Now, I find myself kind of in the middle. I know it sounds like I'm a politician. I'm not trying to be. But think about it. There's still utility and still opportunity for drip to revive itself. You do need new capital. You can't just circulate the same investors' money. You do need new awesome opportunity, awesome utility, and Scratchies might provide that. This level 2 version on the faucet, I think that'll attract probably the same people in the community, but it'll at least probably slow the bleed of the dumping. So I'm bullish on those things. And Forex as a developer clearly is one of the best. As far as a team leader, I think he's learning from his weaknesses by hiring out the places that he just sucks at, or he just doesn't enjoy. He doesn't enjoy the marketing. He doesn't enjoy the community sentiment, all that. I think people drive him insane by watching how he responds to people in Telegram, calling them idiots and whatnot. That's just not his forte. And every good business leader knows you got to hire your weaknesses and hang out in your strengths. So we'll give grace to Forex and say, hey, as long as you continue to see, your blind spots and hire them out, then that's respectable. I think the other thing I want to say is I was impressed tonight with Ray. And your guys are probably shocked to hear me say that, but I don't know why you'd be shocked. I've always kept it real, and I've always tried to stay neutral and not emotional, just calling a spade a spade. But Ray tonight documented exactly a master course on how to have a civil discourse. He allowed Olo to speak. He listened to Olo's problems. Olo brought up there's 6 wallets that are of concern for him. Since then, Forex has said 2 of those wallets are mine, 4 of them I don't know what they're at. You guys can look into it, but he has no responsibility. They have a bunch of pigs in them. It's a whole drama, and I'm not going to get into that specific because the fact finding isn't over, and I welcome the fact finders. Do your research, do your due diligence. Let's get to the bottom of all this, but let's not accuse everybody or anybody of wrongdoing just yet. You can, here's the thing. So first of all, thank you, Ray, for a great conversation. I listened to a part of it, and I was like, this is awesome. Ray is listening to Olo sharing his concerns. These 2 men had a wonderful conversation. Beautiful. The stupid thing about boxing is when the 2 boxers show up and then they all talk smack, like you're going to go down next Saturday night, you suck. And then they throw cheap shots and then they walk off, take their photos. None of that matters. You know what matters? Getting in the ring and delivering on results. That's what you got to do. So Forex right now, you just got to deliver results. You do. You right now, sentiment's all-time bad. You got whales like Olo that have said, screw off, I'm done with it. You got to, instead of yelling at Olo and being like, you traitor or whatever, get him back. Say, I understand your frustration. In fact, listening to that conversation tonight, I feel like once cool heads will prevail, Olo and Forex need to have an offline man-to-man conversation and hopefully, clear things up. I think it was so stupid for Forex to literally denigrate Olo. He called him I don't want to use the language on this channel because I know younger people watch it, but he said some really horrible things about Olo that were unjustifiable. I think he went as far to call Olo a scammer without providing any evidence. That was wrong. That's silly and stupid. So Forex is in the wrong. Maybe Olo's in the wrong in that he got emotional in his response, but I understand his frustration. I think anyone invested in Animal Farm understands the frustration. And Olo has said he's trying to be a voice for the people. Olo's independently wealthy. He doesn't need Drip and Animal Farm. I think he sees a lot of people losing money, crappy communication, and the only communication you get is Ray as a front man who has self-appointed himself front man, or he's in with Forex, whatever. And Ray's way of conducting, questions, at least on his channel, is like, we're bullish, everybody's bullish. And then when someone brings up a question, whether it's in the Telegram, whatever, they get banned. And that practice just gets old. It's stupid. And real money is not going to ever invest in Drip and Animal Farm as long as these tactics are employed. So what Ray's got to do is branch out. Come on my channel, Ray, because I just watched you have a conversation with Olo, and bro, you did an awesome job. You were patient, you listened to him, you asked good questions, and you know what's really cool? The humility that Ray showed is he took down questions that Olo wanted answered, and he's going to bring them to Forex. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no beef with guys that act that way. It's when Ray uses his channel and he puts on this character of Ray. I think he puts on a character for Bartertown, and he dismisses the seriousness of our money being locked up for months after months. And a decision to do this 90% tax on dogs, which is basically hey, we're going to release dogs, but you won't be able to decide what to do with your money because, basically putting a 90% tax is telling you ain't going to sell it. But Ray articulated that tonight, and I thought it was great. He said, look, the reason we did this is because if everybody dumps on one another, then that decision, us having foresight of that, doesn't actually help the community. I thought that's a fair argument. Okay, you don't have to like it, but at this point, being the fact that all crypto's in a bear market, Forex and Ray and whoever's on this decision council, they came up with that decision. It is what it is. So respect to Ray for a beautiful conversation with Olo. Respect to Olo for bringing the concerns of the community to the forefront and having that. I mean, without that, maybe we wouldn't get Forex and Ray to understand the seriousness of these concerns. All right, because clearly my voice is just, oh, he's fudding his own bag, and which isn't never the case. Accountability to leadership, if that's what we're at, is that you can't hold leaders accountable or ask tough questions, that's not the right answer either. I agree. Fudding your own bag and just talking negative over and over and over, it's stupid. But I don't do that. I don't talk about Drip and Animal Farm in every video. I am patient for development, but I'll become a lot more patient when there's a clear roadmap. When I see true leadership displayed, I think everybody will chill out. But when you constantly break dates and times like Forex has and continues to do, even after he said he would stop setting dates and times and not hit them, come on, Ray. You've got to apologize. Because you can't be like, our mighty leader never does anything wrong. That's too far one-sided. That shows you're not being honest, right? So you've got to find that balance. But again, from what I heard tonight was like a different version of Ray, and I thought it was awesome. So good job to Ray. Awesome job to Olo, because you listened to Ray. He gave up the questions. Hopefully Ray gets those like about the where's the money for the rehypothecation. By the way, I look like crap. I just got off a four-wheeler and I came and did this video because I'm like, I'm just going to share my thoughts with the community. Now, who am I? I'm a nobody, okay? I'm a nobody. I'm just an investor like you who wants all of this sentiment to like eventually chill out and all of us to get focused on the actual project of Drip Animal Farm. It's not about Ray. It's not about a Forex. It's not about Olo. It's about all of us together re-healing the community and making a bag. But it's going to take time. And we know that. We're in a bear market. No new capital is going to flood back into Drip and Animal Farm. So for me, what am I doing? Well, I'm just sitting back watching this soap opera unfold, and I'm glad to finally not be the centerpiece, okay? I've got a lot of other stuff that I'm working on, and I want to continue on this channel to not just talk about DeFi, but to talk about ways in which I'm making income, because so many of you are curious how I've become independently wealthy. I don't have a 9-to-5. I don't need one. And, I'm basically retired. How did that happen? Because I've invested in all sorts of asset classes. You guys know the four-legged stool. I've talked about real estate, stocks, crypto, and ECOM. But I'm not going to talk about any of that crap this video. I'm not even going to ask you to like the video, although it would be awesome if you like the video. And if you haven't subscribed and you think, if you're like, man, this guy makes a lot of sense, cool, subscribe, ride around with the journey. You need a voice of truth in this crazy DeFi space, all right? I don't want to be a hothead, all right? I don't want to create a soap opera, but you know what? Respect to Ray, Olo, Forex, man. I feel like Forex, you should display yourself in a better way. He joined a chat last night and he just kind of yelled, and then whether he was muted or he decided to leave, or he decided to leave after he was muted, I don't know, but it wasn't helpful. You got to rise above that stuff. But Forex rising above it doesn't mean not addressing it. It means going onto legitimate channels where the Drip and Animal Farm community's attention is, and answering those questions. I happen to be one of those channels. And it's been 6 months and you've avoided any request for an AMA. I don't know why. It's probably because Ray or others who don't like me have told you that, but I feel like that's dumb marketing on their part. So hopefully they're smarter than that to say, we may not like him, but he does have the attention. And if you do an AMA with him, it will be the most watched. We need a most watched AMA right now. So happy to host these guys. Olo and Forex, if you guys want to come on and chat on this channel, I won't let you all yell at each other. That's silly. But I don't think you will. I think everybody got their anger out. Everybody's ready to let cooler heads prevail. And these type of things have to happen. It's like family fights, right? Doesn't mean you're not family anymore. It just means hopefully after the fight, everybody said what they need to say, and then you build from there. You address those issues and you move on. That's what healthy families do. So I, myself, love Olo. I don't think he's a scammer. I don't think he deserved that. If you think he's a scammer, go ahead and provide the evidence. I think he's working on the City of Atlantis project with great and pure intentions. I've had multiple meetings with him, and every meeting off camera, that his desire is to help people. And specifically too in the Black community, he really wants to help, and I think that's awesome. And I think you should show some credit where credit's due when it comes to that. On a personal level, Olo's called me and he's encouraged me. One time I was like down and he called just to encourage. So that's awesome. Ray, I respect the fact that you had a great conversation. You showed up, you asked questions, you listened, you took notes, and you're going to go ask Forex. So, bro, we couldn't ask for a better conversation that you had with Olo tonight. Respect to you. Again, I have no problems with you. I'd love to have a conversation with you. This channel is open to you anytime. Forex, please deliver on something. Please, no more AMAs. Unless, you want to do one with me, that's fine. We'll do one. I'll probably make time in my schedule for it. Because I want our bags to win. And I believe, Forex, if you make amends with Olo and you say, hey, I probably shouldn't have called him a scammer, people are going to respect you a lot more than what they saw last night. Forex, you've done a lot of great things in this community. You built Drip. It's lasted like 14 months. A lot of us, especially obviously YouTubers, referrers, we have made out okay. Okay, we've done fine. Some people that got in late, they haven't, but you're still getting paid 1%. There has been no rug pull. This idea that Forex is rug pulling, I just don't buy. Okay, I don't believe he's slow rugging. I don't know. The only thing I'm speculating on is he making any money on our TVL? I don't know the answer to that, and I don't know if I ever will. Well, we could take people at their word. I don't know. I'm open for evidence. If you got evidence, bring it to the table. But if it's just accusations, I'm not interested. The best thing for Drip, Animal Farm community right now, is to just wait. Wait for these new utilities to be added. The more utility, the better. We burn these tokens. Supply and demand will go up. Whales will re-enter when they see real utility about to come to the horizon. They're going to dip their toes in. And I'm excited for that. So I'm not selling my Drip. I claim it out of the faucet. If you follow my wallet, and a lot of you guys do because you're obsessed, you're obsessed with me, and I appreciate that. I claim I'm taking my money out of the faucet. Maybe I'll put it in the level 2 feature that he's got coming. I'm not selling my Drip though. It just sits in my wallet. Once a month, I airdrop a charity called Charity Waters. Okay, the money sits in a wallet. At the end of the year, we cash out at the price of Drip, January 1st, 2023. I'll do a video on it. It'll all be live and documented. And that's what we do. I have referral links. Don't join my Drip referral team. I am known for not airdropping because I've been vocal about that. I just don't do it. It's not top of mind. I got a bunch of things going on. I'm not the airdrop king. So by all means, join Ray Bartertown's team. They do way more airdrops. He can afford way more airdrops. I would encourage you, find his channel, join Ray's Drip team. He is going to airdrop you a lot more money than I would. But so anyways, that's the conclusion of this video. I really hope that, it made some sense. If you hate me, I love you. We're going to get along. Just hang out in the channel. Like and subscribe. You got to subscribe because we're going to continue this conversation. And hopefully everybody, cooler heads will prevail. I know cooler heads will prevail. Ray, Olo, Forex, they're good guys. All right? Family business, family fights. They'll get over it. And with, we're not going to be in a bear market forever. And I don't know if I want to bet against Olo, and I don't know if I want to bet against Forex. These two guys, they got a lot cooking. So that's where I'm at. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm right. Love me, hate me. I don't care. I love you, and I appreciate your time. Because if you watch this video, even as a hater, thank you for your time. You help the algorithm. Like and subscribe. Love you guys. See you in the next one.